The leaks for chapter 247 have come out and they are quite insane. Sukuna has put everyone in a dire situation. Higuruma's potential is said to be on par with Sukuna. I'll tell you all about this and much more in this video, so sit tight and enjoy the video. Before starting, let me give you a brief summary of chapter 247 and then I'll provide you with more detailed information. So in chapter 247, it goes like this. Sukuna can most likely use the dimension slash again. Someone has used piercing blood. Higuruma has obtained RCT. Stabbing a detached part of your body does not instant kill you with the executioner sword. Curses strengthen after death. Higuruma Hiromi is dead. Or maybe not. Chapter 247 began with Sukuna assessing Higuruma. More than the sword, what caught Sukuna's eye is suspension and resumption of the effects of cursed technique. Sukuna praises Higuruma for being able to use cursed technique at his level. Sukuna acknowledges Higuruma and says, "You are Higuruma Hiromi, right?" Sukuna calling Higuruma by his own name is a significant achievement for Higuruma. And then we see Yuji catches up to both of them and the building they were in instantly gets destroyed. The slashes almost reaches Higuruma. And then we see Yuji tries to punch but Sukuna gets hold of Yuji and sends nets of slash on Yuji's chest. Sukuna disdainfully tells Yuji, "When will you ever understand? You truly are boring. There's nothing interesting about you." Sukuna still does not seem interested in Yuji. None of Yuji's techniques or moves have any effect on Sukuna so far. Yuji needs to up his game. Sukuna casually dodges Higuruma's sword and even manages to punch him in the face. Sukuna begins the chants and sends a powerful dismantle on Higuruma and proceeds to tell him to heal himself. Higuruma's right arm is cut off and Sukuna once again tells him to get healed. Sukuna cuts off Higuruma's remaining arm and asks if this is all he got. Sukuna warns Higuruma that he will cut off his head next, so he should use RCT. After saying Higuruma he'll die if he won't use RCT, Sukuna goes "Gambare Gambare." Sukuna is easily dealing with Higuruma, highlighting Sukuna's extensive experience. In comparison, Higuruma might have talent but lacks the same level of experience, as Higuruma tells himself that he should die after fulfilling his role. Sukuna gets attacked by piercing blood. This piercing blood is from Yuji. Sukuna analyzed that it's Choso's technique, not that Choso himself sent it. Although it's not explicitly shown, it was Yuji who attacked Sukuna with piercing blood here. Also, just because it was Yuji who used piercing blood in this chapter, it does not mean Choso is dead. Yuji left him back to heal. Calm down, Choso fans. Don't worry, he is not yet there. If Gege really wants to kill Choso, he will make sure to do it in front of Yuji. As Sukuna was analyzing that technique, which belongs to Big Brother of Death paintings, Higuruma manages to learn RCT in that instant and regenerates his right arm and attacks Sukuna. Higuruma's executioner sword pierces Sukuna's arm, but Sukuna had already cut off his wrist before Higuruma pierced it with his sword. So it means stabbing a detached part of your body does not instant kill you with the executioner sword. Sukuna tells "You are okay at best" to Higuruma and grab hold of him. We then see Higuruma wincing in pain as Sukuna's slashes starts to appear on his face. Just as Higuruma gets completely slashed, he throws his sword which Yuji grabs hold of by arriving behind Sukuna. Yuji watches as Higuruma begins to fall and remembers Nanami's final moments when he said, "I'll leave the rest to you." In chapter 246, Higuruma was not able to see Yuji in the eyes, but in chapter 247, Higuruma was finally able to see Yuji in the eyes and entrusts his will to him. Grabbing hold of his executioner's sword, Yuji proceeds to stab Sukuna as he tells himself his role that "I am a Jujutsu sorcerer." And the chapter ends here. What a chapter it was. It's amazing how Yuji did not lose his cool like he did with the Nanami's death and did not hesitate to fulfill his duty. This shows how Yuji truly grew as a character. Just look at his eyes, you can tell that he is completely a new person now. Even though his comrades has fallen right in front of his eyes, he knows his role in this fight. I have a theory now. I don't know what will happen or not, but it might be like this. And that is, Yuji knows the soul swapping technique. Who knows, maybe in Higuruma's final moments, Yuji swapped souls. The one behind charging Sukuna with the executioner's knife could be Higuruma, and the one who took Sukuna's attack might be Yuji. Whatever it is, this chapter was excellent, and in the end, there was a comment from the editor that the curse entrusted to him is now in Yuji's hand. This means that Higuruma's sword is with Yuji. Now, what will happen in the next chapter? Will Yuji be able to use executioner knife on Sukuna, or will Sukuna escape as usual? Let me know what do you guys think. That's it for now. Until then, peace. Or maybe not.
誰だっけ